plaintiff, Lisa Thompson, says she's a single mother of 4 children because their father passed away as a result of driving drunk. Lisa claims she hired the defendant to replace the water pipes in her home, but she's suing him because she claims he installed the pipes on the outside of her walls. Defendant Shahid Rashad met the defendant in high school, and when they reconnected years later, he could sense that Lisa was stressed out. Shahid says he related to Lisa because he's a single father of 3 children, and he insists he did a good job replacing Lisa's pipes.
Start with you.
Hi, my name is Lisa Thompson. I'm a strong woman. I'm a single mother of 4 kids. My kid's father died on March 7, 2000.
2000?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
They was 9, 6, 5, and 2 when he passed away. My kid's father, I had been with him for 15 years. He drank. I used to fight him and take the keys and have his friends and stuff when he go out to the club, take the keys from him. It went from, instead of, if I heard he was at the bar, come home, to stay where you was. Because I didn't want to raise my kids by themselves. My mother raised 16 kids by herself. My father also died drunk driving. The night that he died, he was at the bar. They had took his keys from him. And he was going, they was leaving out. He snatched the keys out of his friend's hand and jumped in the car and pulled off. Drove down the street. He lost control of his car and went into a tree. The very tree he went in front of was the tree that me and him started going together 13 years earlier. I've been in the house that I'm in for 17 years, since the day after my baby girl was born. So I'm a strong woman. I watched my mama raise 16 kids, so I ain't never took time to feel sorry for myself. On January, my pipes busted. I met Shahid, and he said that he would replace my pipes. He would take all my old pipes out of my house and replace them for $450. We called each other back and forth till March 7th.
Did you all know each other?
After talking, we found out that we went to school. We went to high school together, but I was introduced to him by another friend.
Okay. Let me allow him to give some background before we get into the specifics. Sir?
Shahid Rashad is my name. Familiar with Lisa from the 1980s in high school. I didn't know a lot of backstory in regards to what she's been going through, but I can sense that it was a lot of things that was stressing her when I first met her. And I've offered to help her out with a low price to do her plumbing. And being the type of person that I am, I'm a single father of 3 kids, been married 4 times, got custody of my kids.
How many children?
I got 3. Also, I work as clergy at the Lucas County Jail, work in foster care network, and I've service as mentorship in the juvenile justice system as a mentor. Being the type of person I am, I like to help.
When you went over to see the pipes, and what did you determine was wrong, and what did you offer to do it for?
I offered to $250.
Now, first, tell me what was wrong when you looked at them.
When I came, all her copper pipes had busted due to the freezing, expanded, and they busted.
So she needed all new pipes?
All new plumbing. From the areas where they were busted, I ran new plumbing.
No, I want to know what the agreement was.
$450 total. That's materials and labor.
How much would it typically cost?
Over like $1,000, maybe $1,000.
All right, so you were giving her more than half off.
Correct.
And you tell me what happened.
That was the agreement. We met on March the 7th. He came back to my house on March the 8th and put this plumbing in my house. When I went in there and looked at the plumbing, I told him that I did not want my plumbing outside the walls like he had it. He told me that people do that. I said, no, I have never seen plumbing outside the walls of no one home, never.
Other than under the sink, perhaps, in the bathroom.
No, sir. I have pictures.
Under the sink in the bathroom?
No,
I'm sure that's the only place.
No, sir, I have pictures.
Pictures, please.
Or the kitchen where
No,
you connected. It looked like the living room.
I have never seen nothing like that.
What part of the house is this? Honestly, I have seen it in the basement.
The bathroom, up the kitchen wall.
No.
That's that right there is in the basement.
All right. Now I've seen it in the basement before.
That's in the
common.
kitchen. That's along the bathroom wall.
Okay. What part?
That's where the main valve is cut off.
But
in the
what
meter.
part of the house is
in the
it?
basement? The main valve is gone
Okay,
and the meter's missing.
That's pretty typical in the basement. But you say the main valve is gone?
It's gone and the meter's missing. There's no meter. That's supposed to be a meter right there.
So they can charge you what they want. And you won't be able to disprove it.
Yeah.
They can say, well, you ran $1,000 worth of water this month.
Yeah.
And you say, well, no, I didn't. You say, look at the meter. There ain't no meter. This is what we think.
Yes, sir.
You look like you bathe often. And those kids, you keep them clean.
Yes, sir.
These are children.
Then my kids.
Beautiful. High school, is this high school?
The second one graduating from high school. The oldest one attends Alabama ANU. She's a civil engineer student, received the Silver Engineer Student of the Year award this month.
Beautiful.
The second one is taking up nursing at North Carolina State, and the baby girl is running track, work full-time, AB student. And
Congratulations.
That's their teacher. The other lady was the teacher, one of their teachers of all four of my kids.
Beautiful young ladies. Beautiful. So I know they needed their plumbing.
Yeah.
Yep.
As beautiful as they are. Yeah. Basement. But is it throughout the basement like this?
It's throughout the basement like Christmas.
It's not all the way around the basement, the plumbing. I've seen it in one section.
It just looked like Christmas tree lights, like he was hanging garland or something. I don't know.
All right. And when you mentioned this to him, what did he say?
He told me that he would be back Friday, that he had...
to repair it?
To repair it. He told me he
to
had
redo it. Sir?
Okay. When I finished a job, I finished a complete job. Some of the pictures, to me, from different perspectives, doesn't do justice to the job that
Well, just explain why you put the plumbing in places that that are uncommon. Outside of the wall.
I ran the plumbing outside the wall because it is acceptable. I had it mounted outside the wall.
Was it outside the wall when you started replacing it?
No, sir.
And you did it why?
The conditions of her house was very dilapidated. So when the job was done, she paid me for a complete job. I, of my own, said I would come back and put these the way you like them. And so called her Thursday, said, because I told him it's going to have to be within my own time.
Mm-hmm.
So come.
I know you got mentor, church, school, children. I understand that, and I'm proud of you.
So then.
That's a good thing. But maybe you're doing too much. Go ahead.
So come Friday, Thursday, I told her that I had to make it Sunday. She came by my house Sunday morning. I told her Sunday afternoon.
You don't have to come by there. You got to go to church. You're a deacon, didn't you say?
No. I was clergy.
Clergy, yeah. All right, so you got to be the church.
She came to my house, and we had agreed that this was acceptable as far as functionality.
Why is she suing you then if it was acceptable?
I'm sorry, sir?
Why is she suing you if it was acceptable, Reverend?
Because she was not satisfied.
Right.
With
well, then that means it wasn't acceptable, Reverend.
I did offer. I did offer to come back.
This is substandard work. I've been in every poorhouse in Detroit, the poorest of the poor, and I've never seen anything like this. Ma'am, let's get past this. Tell me how he owes you for emotional distress. I know that he owes you for the money that you paid him. And what is the emotional distress?
Because he told me that it should pass. So I called the water company out, tried to have my water cut on. Only no water traveled back through the house. I went down there about a week later and the basement flooded. When the basement flooded, I had my kids' dad entertainment center. the pictures of my kids' dad, my mother's bedroom suit that I had stored down in there, that my mother actually died in. All that's gone.
Don't you want to be compensated for that as well?
Yes, sir.
How much you think it's worth? You better give me a number. Don't say it's worth more than anything. Give me a number. You think the cost of it would be $2,000 today?
Yeah.
All right. All right, and the other is emotional distress for what you endured. All right, so you're asking for $1,950, but today you are amending your complaint to include the furniture. So I'll allow you to do that. And as such, sir, I'm determining that your work was very substandard. As such, you did more damage than you did help. And I'll grant you for your furniture, the money you gave him, and the emotional distress. And Doyle, I don't need you this time. I think I can add this. $3,950 is your judgment. Have a good day.
Thank you.